Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Ellen and in this week's video I'm going to try out viral matcha breakfast recipes. I love matcha and I know that a lot of people have like a love-hate relationship with it. Some people will say that it tastes a bit like grass. I don't agree, but I do want to change your mind. Maybe you will love matcha after trying one of these recipes. Further ado, don't forget to like this video and also subscribe. I do want to say that I made already something like the night before. So today we're going to try this out. Let's make the first recipe. It's going to be I can't say it. It's going to be chia seed pudding and it's matcha flavored, so I'm very excited to try this. For this recipe you will need chia seeds. You will also need matcha, of course, and then your milk of choice. I just use regular milk, and then to make it like kind of sweeter you can use honey. So this is our first recipe and I'm going to put it in the fridge and then we're going to check out the next day if it's still good. Okay, so it is the next day and we're going to try out our chia pudding. We're now going to see if it worked out. So this is our chia pudding reveal. So just the cover off. Yeah, maybe I put like too much milk in it. It's still a bit liquidy. Like you can see that the bottom is pretty solid. To give this like a bit more flavor, I think I'm going to add some jam as well, like raspberry jam flavor, and also some fruits as well. So I have some strawberries. I'm going to take a few and then I'm also going to cut them in small pieces. Another idea, what if I like pour the liquid out of the glass and then I will save it for like a smoothie or something, and then we can still have our consistent matcha pudding. Maybe we can do something else with it later. Our consistent pudding, and then I'm going to add some yogurt. Okay, I did think it would be more solid, but it's actually like sinking in the pudding, but still I think it will also taste pretty good. I'm going to add the strawberries to the yogurt. I'm honestly improvising at this point, but what if we added the milk back? I feel like that looks good. Maybe I can add like some whipped cream on top of it to make it like cuter. This is the final look of our recipe and we're now going to do a taste test. I feel like it looks pretty good. Only a lot of shades of green. So I'm now going to do a taste test. It tastes pretty sweet and I feel like the strawberries really give it like a good balance. So with the whipped cream, it does taste really good. I would say it's more like kind of a dessert right now that I made. Maybe if you want to add like more value to your breakfast, I would add like granola or a little bit more fruits as well. But yeah, you can make this as a breakfast but also like as a dessert as well. It's really good. I would rate this like 8 out of 10 even. A bit liquidy as well. It still tastes like really good. So now to the next recipe, I'm going to try out raspberry matcha latte. So it's going to be a drink. I'm going to freestyle it a bit. So for our raspberry matcha latte, we will need raspberries. You can also add some raspberry jam as well. We'll also need your choice of matcha as well, then some milk. That's it, all you need for your recipe. And if you want, you can also add some sweetness to your matcha. You can add some sugar or honey as well to make it a little bit more sweeter. First you take a glass. So I don't have really like a big glass, so we're going to drink in this cup. We're going to take our raspberries and we're going to mash them up. I think this will be enough. And then you just take a fork and you just like mash them. Now we have our mashed raspberries and I'm going to add some jam to it. So then you want to add your ice cubes. So I'm just going to add as much as I can into this cup. This will be alright. And then you want to make your matcha separate and then you're going to pour it in. So I like to add 1 tablespoon of matcha. I will always like do 1 spoon of honey or like 2 spoons of sugar, but like small spoons. So then you add water and you just whisk it until there aren't any pieces left. Usually I would like mix it with a little whisker, or you have like these matcha brushes as well. They're not of battery, so I'm just going to whisk it like this right now. But it's always better to use like something more powerful so that you don't have like any pieces of matcha in your drink. Okay, so now we need to add milk. I'm also sweating because it's like super hot outside. But now we're going to add the milk. Something like this, and now you want to add your matcha. To decorate it, you can add like a raspberry on top of it, like on the side. And that's it for your raspberry drink. So now we're going to do a taste test. So for the taste test, I'm going to like mix everything together so that you can taste the raspberry a bit better. We're going to do a taste test. Yeah, it's really good. I would say that you don't need to add a lot of sugar. Like maybe I added too much sugar because I feel like the jam is also a bit sweet, but the combination of like raspberry and matcha tastes really good. I would rate this like a 7 out of 10. On to the next recipe. So the next recipe that we're going to try out are matcha cookies. I'm very excited to see how they taste and to try them out. So let's get started. So for this recipe you will need matcha, you will also need some flour, you will need butter, eggs, some brown sugar. You will also need some vanilla extract. I also want to add some white chocolate, so we're going to cut it up. So we have like these white chocolate chips in our cookies. Now you need to take a scale and also plate, and then we need 100 grams of butter. Okay, I got 100 grams. Put it in our bowl. So I actually don't have a cooking bowl. I really need to buy one, but we're now going to use this to not make any scratches. To our butter we need to add 150 grams of brown sugar. So we have our brown sugar and I'm going to add this to the butter. And then we are going to mix this up together. I'm going to put this on for a second because in my last video like all the powder went everywhere, so we don't want to repeat this. So your consistency needs to look very like smooth. And now the next step is to add 1 egg, and we're also going to add our vanilla extract, and it needs to be 1 teaspoon. And now we need to mix this all up until it's smooth again. Now we are going to add 200 grams of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and then also a little bit of salt, like a tiny bit. So now we're going to weigh 200 grams of flour. One teaspoon of baking soda. And then we also need to add a little bit of salt. And we're now going to repeat the process and mix it all together. So for the last step we need to add our matcha, and I'm going to add a little bit, and then if it's not enough, then I will add a bit more. Our consistency looks very green, and now we need to leave it in the fridge for 1 hour. So I'm going to put a cover on it, and then I will see you guys in an hour. You need to make little balls, just divide it all over your plate. The plate out of the oven, and then I just put a sheet on it so that I can easily put the cookies on top of it. While we're doing this, I also preheated the oven. It has to be on 170 degrees. We also can't forget our white chocolate, so I'm also going to cut up white chocolate in small pieces. It's very sticky, so I hope it's supposed to be like this. So now we have our matcha dough piles, and I'm going to put a little bit of white chocolate on each of the piles. So hopefully our recipe will work out. It is kind of sticky, but I'm not going to lose hope. Now you want to put them in the oven for 14 minutes, but definitely keep an eye on them, because maybe you need to put them in longer or you need to pull them out earlier. So while we're waiting, I also wanted to try out another drink. But recently on TikTok, where they try out matcha strawberry flavored milk, so I wanted to try it out. I have a yogurt drink that is strawberry flavored, so we're going to try them together. First you need ice, then you also need your matcha. I already showed you guys how you make the matcha, so basically it's just matcha powder and then any kind of sweetness of your taste. You can add honey or some sugar. You also need a strawberry yogurt drink, or I also saw like the strawberry Nesquik powder that you can add with milk as well, but I think this will also do the job. So first we're going to pour our strawberry milk like this, and now we're going to add our matcha. Like, it looks so good, like it looks better than the other recipe that I did. So I feel like this is something you should drink with a straw, so we're going to try it out. I feel like you can really taste the flavors separate. You can taste the strawberry more than the matcha. I think it does taste better than the previous drink, so I would rate this 7.5 out of 10. I need to make a part 2 where I try like better drinks, because these two weren't like the top drinks that I've tasted. I feel like a regular matcha still tastes better than these two. Okay, I took them out of the oven. And I'm going to come back and taste them when they are cooled off, because now I'm not going to touch them. I'm going to leave them for like an hour again until they're cooled off. Hi guys, so I never filmed myself actually tasting the cookies and rating them. I actually made them the day before that I went on a girls trip to Portugal. I honestly, after that, I just packed my bags. I did taste the cookies, but I forgot to like film the review of the cookies. So here I am with the cookies. So basically they were a bit greener. You can keep them for like 1 to 2 weeks. So I think it will be fine. I will say that they're very soft on the inside. I definitely put in like way too much baking soda, because I only like put in the clip that I put like 1 tablespoon, but actually it was a bit more than that, and that's why they're actually like very big and very soft. I prefer cookies to be more crunchy. I rate the cookies like a 7 out of 10. I know for like the video I was a bit critical with the food just because I love matcha so much, so maybe I need to try out like different recipes. I feel like definitely the drinks were fine. The Chia pudding was a really great recipe. I would definitely do that again, but like just put in less liquids and maybe more seeds and it will be like a better consistency. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I surely did. I loved trying out recipes. Definitely something different for my regular YouTube videos, so definitely let me know if you want to see more of these types of videos. Comment down below what your favorite recipe was and also what you want me to make next. Then I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!